What's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka The Random Black Gamer, bringing you another update on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. In the last video, we talked about why this game is the successor to the Tenkaichi games and not that of the Raging Blast games. And one of the things that we talked about was the actual visuals for the characters, which some of you said that you felt like the character models were a lot skinnier in comparison to the games of the yesteryears. And I pointed out that these physiques matched the eras that they were based after. I honestly feel like Spike Chunsoft is doing a phenomenal job translating these characters on this new technology that we have, and we just so happen to have some major new updates regarding that. But before we dive into the topic at hand, I want to ask you guys to do me the biggest favor and like this video. Yeah, I know it's annoying getting this request at the very beginning of this video, but YouTube's algorithm encourages it, and they ain't doing my channel any favors nowadays. So if you rock with your boy and you know I'm gonna bring you that awesome content, then smash that like button. And if by any chance you make it to the end of this video and you felt like you wasted precious minutes of your time that you can't get back, then by all means take that like back and give it a dislike. Just rate the video. But yeah, guys, I am loving how these characters look in this game. I feel like these character models are very much on par with what we saw in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like, even though that game is 6 years old, the character models are still the best I've seen in any DBZ game to date. Now, what I will say is that although I'm very high on the character models for Sparking Zero, a lot of fans aren't because they feel like they don't look like the character models that we've seen of the yesteryears. I remember in my last video, someone pointed out that Saiyan Saga Vegeta looked a lot skinnier than he did in all the previous games, especially around his neck, which didn't have a lot of muscle. And I acknowledge that fact. If you go back and look at those older games, you will notice that Vegeta does have more definition. And I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys, those little details always irritated me, because if you know anything about the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, then you know that when he made his debut, he was not that muscular. Yes, he was a very small guy that didn't have a lot of muscle structure compared to the likes of Goku. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't really start bulking up until the middle of the Frieza saga. So yeah, I think those models are very much accurate to what we saw in the anime and manga. Now, with that being said, I'd be lying if I said that these models were perfect, because they aren't. I think we can all agree that the biggest issue these characters have at the moment is that of the hair, because there were a lot of technical issues going on regarding that. In some scenes they look perfect, but in others you can tell that the hair wasn't cooperating with the actual models themselves. And in my opinion, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because that's quite indicative of where the game stands. It's obviously that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is still in the development oven, so all those things were going to get addressed somewhere down the line. And based on this new information, it looks like Sparking Zero has already seen some vast improvements to its visuals. Now, this comes by way of thegamer.com that talks about how, yes, they are improving on things such as the hair. It reads saying, and I quote, "New screenshots posted on the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Japanese website show that big improvements have already been made to fix the quote-unquote banana Super Saiyan hair. It might seem impossible to make a Dragon Ball game that somehow looks better than Dragon Ball FighterZ, but from what we've seen of Sparking Zero so far, it looks like it's trying to take the crown. As great as its visuals are at the moment, it's pretty clear that it's still in development and having work done to it, as there are a number of things that have changed significantly since its reveal. Perhaps the most infamous example of this is how Goku and Vegeta's hair looks when they transform into their various Super Saiyan forms. Many fans pointed out that the shape and color made it look like their hair was made of bananas, which caused some uproar and cause for change since Super Saiyan is such an iconic part of Dragon Ball. But it looks like the banana hair complaints are something that Spike Chunsoft is well aware of, as it seems to have been fixed in the most recent build of the game. As pointed out by Twitter user EpicEpicson1, the latest update to the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Japanese website has provided us with a bunch of new updated screenshots that show off the changes that have been made to how Super Saiyan looks. It's most obvious in the screenshot for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but the coloring and lighting have changed a lot, and the hair no longer looks as yellow as it did in the last trailer. So yeah, guys, as you can hear, Spike Chunsoft is definitely paying attention to all the things that the blogosphere has problems with in regards to this game, and they're actually fixing them. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z, the hair physics and the overall design of the hair is something that you absolutely have to hit out of the park, and I feel like they're going to do that tenfold because they have the latest in gaming hardware to play around with. The hair, in my honest opinion, already looks good. Like I said, it looks good in a few snapshots. There were just a few little moments that it didn't look good in, where the hair was just kind of popping off of the actual characters. But it's very awesome to see that they're properly trying to emulate what was seen in the anime with the aesthetics and the physicality of the hair. There's literally levels when it comes to this stuff. particularly the Saiyans who all have their own unique hairstyle. One of the more interesting cases would have to be that of Goku. As you know, Super Saiyan 1 Goku has two different looks for the character, such as the Namek/Frieza saga of Super Saiyan Goku. If you notice in the anime, it's a lot simpler, not to mention that the hair is a lot lighter. But as the series progresses, we start to see more lines on the bangs and the spikes at the top of the hair. And that's something that I really loved about Budokai Tenkaichi 3. You actually had two versions of Super Saiyan 1 Goku where you can see those details. And I'm hoping that they actually pay attention to those things up in this new game. As mentioned in my previous videos, I'm not sure if any of the original Tenkaichi staff members are working on this game, but if they are, I think it's safe to assume that we're in good hands. Now guys, I just want to go ahead and recant my statement earlier. As I was making this video, I didn't realize that they updated the official site for Sparking Zero, where they showcase some new screenshots for all the different characters that we're going to be seeing. And they showcase what I was talking about earlier in regards to Super Saiyan 1 Goku's hair. Like if you look at this thing closely, it actually gives you a little bit of a description with each form of Goku. For example, in this picture right here where it shows Super Saiyan 1 Goku, it says Z/middle, which basically means the middle of the series, somewhere around the Frieza and Android saga, where you don't see that many lines going throughout the bangs of his hair, compared to this picture at the end of the row where it says Son Goku Z/late, where you see all those different lines and stuff that I mentioned earlier. As you can see, they have many other examples that showcase that there will be a lot of different Super Saiyan hairstyles, and all of them will be done accurately based on the manga and anime counterparts. I won't be surprised if they actually add those descriptions to the actual game, because if I'm not mistaken, they did the same thing in the Budokai Tenkaichi series where they had stuff like Goku mid or Goku early. Because if some of you aren't aware, each variant of the character has his own set of moves, and that can be said for other characters too, such as Vegeta. So yeah, I think it's safe to assume that this game is in the right hands and they're actually going to be doing a lot of justice and paying close attention to all the details that fans are very adamant about seeing in this game. But anyways guys, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to provide you with this quick little update to let you know that they are actually paying attention to what you have to say, and they're actually jumping on it immediately. So yeah, you don't have to worry too much. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you like these new details, or do you feel like there's a little bit more that they can do in regards to stuff like the characters' physiques? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I ask that you like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down. But if you really enjoyed this video, it would help me out tremendously if you shared it with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing really makes a difference. But once again, this is your boy RBG, aka The Random Black Gamer, signing out on another video. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. As a successful YouTube user, I often get questions asking what I use to get my videos tons of views. And the answer to that is TubeBuddy. This thing has helped me take my channel to the next level in ways I never imagined. It's a browser extension that helps new and experienced YouTubers grow fast and optimize their channels. I've been using this extension for years, and it's constantly getting updated with new features, like the SEO tool that helps me come up with the perfect title, description, and tags to get more people to click on my videos. It even provides you with analytics besides your videos to see how much traffic your video is generating from various social media sites. The extension is absolutely free, but as a special offer, we're giving a 50% discount for channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers that purchase the Pro upgrade. All you have to do is enter in the code RisingStarBuddy. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel or taking your content to the next level, download the extension now. You can do so by clicking on this link that will be provided in the description of this video.